Colin Campbell here. I hope you're having a tremendous day. And this is a video that's going to change your life. This could be the most important video that you've ever watched. It's in the teaching is how to start an accountability partnership where you implement everything. I'm going to title this Implement Everything. You probably have a wall of systems and books that you've been to trainings, you've been to seminars, you've been to these events, conferences, and you've learned a bunch of things. You got completely amped up and then you fizzled out in the next day. And so the power isn't in ideas. In fact, ideas are worthless. Fundamentally, we can have an idea, sit and meditate all we want, and and hum on a bench in a park, and go places and travel to other planets, and you can do all of that stuff. But in terms of earning income and leveraging your time, in terms of actually creating the goals that you want to create, implementation and execution is everything. It's not what you become, it's what you do with your life that's important. And the fastest way to implement is to get a fire under your ass and get some stuff done. And the fastest way is there's two things. An accountability partnership has two elements. The social part of saying you're going to do something to other people and then having to show up the next week and say whether you did it or not. Just that social implication is powerful. It's motivating because you don't want to be incongruent. It's leveraging the natural human instinct to not want to look like a complete asshole and a liar. So, but also it enables you to win more, and you have an energetic connection to the people in the accountability partnership. You're feeling the thoughts of them succeeding, and there's a bond between you. And so that's the first component. And the second component is organization. You're measuring your success. You know exactly what you're going to do over a specific length of time, and you come back and you can measure your results. So ideal accountability partnership, I've been in three years of accountability partnerships. And for the most part, I'd say 95% of them have not worked. And the reason is because it becomes too informal and loose, and meeting up with friends and asking how the weather is sort of vibe. Or not asking, but talking about, those mundane things that don't actually work. And there's no structure. Sometimes it's hit or miss, whether it's like motivating or it's just a complete waste of time. So this process that I'm going to lay out right now is a sure way to ensure that your accountability partnership works for you, that you work for it, and that you accomplish more of the things that you're looking to accomplish. Step number one is get 4 people total in a mastermind group. You could have 5 as well, but I found 4. 4 is a table. A table has 4 parts. You could have 3. 3 is a magic number as well. 4 is nice though, because an hour divides into 6 10-minute intervals. With 4 people, that's an extra 20 minutes of time with 10 minutes per person. So you and the other 3 people have 10 minutes. You could just talk for 10 minutes, and then there's 20 minutes of time that is buffer time between the communication. Now, when you hop on the call, there's a process, and it's a technology. It's called Google Docs. So you go in Google Docs and you share the document, one document, between the 4 people. You hop on a call or a webinar at the exact same time every single week, and the first part of the process is you share your wins. What did you do over the last week? What did you implement that gives you morale, motivation, happiness? You're excited. Then every person does their wins. It can be quick. The 2-minute sort of what was the main win? What was the number one thing that you're most proud of? Everyone goes, the motivation, it's an injection of it's an alkaline. It makes the environment alkaline. And then right after that, you go into the accountability steps. You go right into name, Colin, name, Leonardo, name, Steph, name, Janet. These 4 people. Leonardo, you said you were going to last week do this, this, and this. And he says, yes, I said I was going to do this, I did it. I said I was going to do this, I did it. Done. Next person. Now, actually, before next person, okay, so erase what I said I was going to do last week because it's all done. And now I'm writing down my next line of accountability for that week. Caveat, you need to do your goals based on actions. You're not creating your goals based on results. You can't control if someone's going to give you a check. As much as you'd love to have that control, sometimes it's just, you don't want to bound yourself to time. You want to have the intention, but focus your action steps, focus your activity on things that you can control, the actual actions. So you erase what you did last week, you type in what you're going to do this week, and then everyone cheers. The 3 other people say, good work. Now it's on to Colin. Colin, what did I do? I did this, erase that, and now I labeled the accountability steps for this upcoming week. So, and that's the process. Wins, accountability, and did you do what you said you were going to do? Here's a huge part. If you do what you said you're going to do, and you're following the rule of focus on actions, and you're following the rule, another caveat is focus on actions that actually bring in revenue, that actually mean checks in the bank. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you're focusing on editing video, is that a minimum wage job? You know, are you spending time doing things that actually make money? So you're focusing your actions on things that make money, but also, in addition to that, there's got to be consequences. So those are the 3 caveats. And the last one, the consequences. My consequence is that I donate $200 to Monsanto for their wonderful ability to patent food and monopolize food so that they can have exclusive ownership over the planet's resources. That does not sit well with me. So I said I'm going to give them $200 to perpetuate their plan. And that doesn't sit well with me. That makes me feel sick. So that's a consequence for not taking action. And that's extremely motivating. You've got this move away from, I don't want that. So it makes it a lot easier to ask for a check from this new client or this new prospect. Makes it a lot easier to call a producer, see if we can get an event on, see if I can get a speaking engagement. Makes it a lot easier to call the Fox 13 Florida news station, find out the segment producer's name and see if I can do a show on marketing. Makes it a lot easier to step outside of my comfort zone if I know that as a consequence of not taking that action, I'm going to have to give Monsanto a check. Makes it a lot easier. But also, the other side is you get to win. Because if you're taking those action steps, you're moving forward, you're progressing, you get to the end of your life and avoid procrastination. You get to look at something that you've created with pride, with dignity, with happiness. And that's the name of the game, is really ultimately all of the stuff that you want is to be more happy and satisfied. But I really wanted to share this with you because this is the difference between the people that achieve what they want, the vision that you have in your mind, execution on specific actions is what creates that. Not sitting and meditating on a chair, shaving your hair, taking if you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with doing that. If that's your goal, is you want to meditate your whole life. And if you're looking to do commerce, do business, I've been one of the most distracted people. I failed for the first 3 years of my entrepreneurial career. Broke red letters on my wall that said, your gas has been shut off. Text from my tenants saying that the gas has been shut off. What's going on? That's an embarrassing thing, and it's because I was focusing on expense generating activities instead of revenue producing activities. So hopefully this is valuable. Please comment, like, share this with someone that needs to hear this. Use it, utilize it. Send a video of yourself talking about the results that came as a direct result of this video. If you have an income claim, an income generation, and you want to share that view and opinion with someone else that could benefit, that would be extremely useful. to be able to get people more focused, motivated, happy, successful, and challenged, because you want to step up. Hopefully you're having a great day, and take care for now.